What is up, and welcome back to the Dan Evans Show. Massive week. Brooks Koepka headed back to the PGA Tour. Anthony Kim, sort of a dream come true story once again for him, earning his way back onto LIV Golf. Also an inside look into the entire world of Genesis at TGL. I got this crazy experience. Can't wait to tell you all about it. And Tommy Fleetwood, some big changes. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to take a look at all of that and a whole bunch more right here on the Dan Evans Show.
There's so much information going on. It adds and it adds and it adds and it adds.
I know.
It's not life or death. We're talking about golf here at the end of the day.
That putt right there, I almost made it. Well, gentlemen, I feel like this show could not have come soon enough. The world of golf news is flying. I feel like I can hardly keep up. I open up any social app and it seems like there's more leaks, more rumors, more breaking news, more speculation. And of course, our favorite thing being speculating. I'm like, we got to get in.
It's absolutely electric right now.
It is so electric. And there's hardly any golf even being played.
Yeah.
Not yet. Well, we got TGL, but yeah.
We do have TGL.
Yeah, because there's no PGA, right?
Not yet. We're about to. Season kicks off in like a week or so.
I hear a certain new person's going to be joining that.
Brooks Koepka, I feel like, is my entire feed. It's the entire conversation. And the sort of the resounding thing that stands out to me is somehow Brooks Koepka is everyone's favorite player. In terms of like, if we were to take a look at the sides, there's always been like the people who have enjoyed and accepted LIV Golf, and then the people who have always rejected it. And those people then rejected all the players that went to LIV. And boy, did they open their arms wide open to Brooks Koepka in this last week. Like he is some sort of hero to them. I don't know. But Brooks Koepka is officially back on the PGA Tour. But only done so through a very, very particular set of rules that were just announced in the last few days. Do you guys think that they were, I don't know, sitting up all night, like crafting this? Or has this been a rule that was just like in the back of the file cabinet that they kind of dug out?
Oh, this is definitely crafted.
I feel like
just made.
For sure.
This has Rory written all over it.
Wow. The ink is still wet on this new rule here.
Where's Brooks starting? When he's coming back? Is he coming back from the first tournament? Where's he coming back from?
Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines last week in January, first week in February.
Wow.
So, that's like next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. And then he's also already confirmed for Waste Management.
Yep.
Huge.
Wow. Huge.
So essentially,
Travelers.
Thank you.
He'll play that.
All right. Let's take a look at the rule. This is what they've created. A new one-time reinstatement pathway for 2026 that lets certain former PGA Tour players who played in unauthorized events apply to return under defined penalties and restrictions. Okay. That sounds like a very packaged, I don't know, way to describe it.
It's all packaged, Dan.
It is. I mean, they could have also said, they got out a box of crayons and drew themselves up any picture they wanted to paint to make this work. Mm-hmm. That's fine either way. Because the last thing we heard just a couple weeks ago was Brooks is indefinitely sitting out an entire year, that August was the last time he played a LIV event. And according to the long-standing rules, he could no sooner than August of the following year playing a PGA Tour event. Well, that all changed.
I feel like the PGA sneezed. They're like, "Hachu, no, you can play 2 weeks."
Yeah. So who qualifies? Not everyone. That's for sure. The new tour set elite criteria. Winners of a major or the Players' Championship, which they're always trying to push on us.
Always.
Like a major.
Why?
It's not a major.
Every time.
Just get off of it. So if you've won a major or the Players' Championship, since the start of, very specifically, the 2022 season, that they said 4 years. That's the right amount. We'll only go to 4 years.
Which is a weird number.
It is if you don't look at the entire picture. We'll get there. Names that fit the reported criteria include Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Jon Rahm, and Cam Smith. There's one name of a recent major winner that plays on LIV that is not listed in that list.
Could it be somebody who's just absolutely hated by the PGA?
Phil Mickelson. And something that's been clearly pointed out is Why didn't they go with just like a very usable number like 5 years? Well, because that would then include Phil Mickelson in the returning criteria. But is it fair to speculate that that was very intentional?
Very intentional.
It had
Very
to be.
intentional.
Had to be. The number 4 is crazy because it's usually 2 or 5.
Yeah, like you win on the PGA Tour, you get a 2-year exemption, stuff like that.
All of these rules are just arbitrary and made up.
Yeah.
There is not one thing standard about any of this that we're reading here.
That is very correct. There is no precedence, no like case law that they're like referring back to in this.
Like he has to pay a $5 million penalty to a charity. Doesn't say what charity. So does Brooks Koepka go and start his own charity and it pays $5 million to himself's charity?
First of all, any player that does choose to go this route forfeits their eligibility for the PGA Tour's player equity program for 5 years.
That's so funny that is 5 years though.
Yeah,
The other window's 4. That is insane.
a very usable oh my God. Thank you.
Wild.
Wow. Some are saying this could roughly cost between 50 and 85 million, depending on the growth and the performance of the PGA Tour.
PGA's coming up with ways to pay their players more because LIV's actually out there paying their players.
And all the other players are like, wait a second, we stayed loyal to the tour, and we're all, dying over here with our measly several millions that we're earning.
And they find the money somehow.
Yeah, give them just a stake in the whole business.
Right.
And so any of these players that come back don't qualify for that. It's estimated between 50 and 85 million. Next part, he must make a $5 million charitable contribution to a TBD charity, which again, it's not even about like you need to pay the tour back, like sort of like retribution for what you've done. It's just saying you need to pay, and it goes somewhere that does good things for a good cause.
It's going to be the Jenna Sims Foundation.
Yeah.
You watch and see.
Also, I mean, because they came up with this in one night, clearly, they didn't plan like, oh, we'll have you donate to this specific charity. They're probably like, whatever, we need to move on to the next thing. We have to keep going.
Because JR's calling it right. Because they came up with this in one night.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing, though. Doesn't he have one? Usually all these big-name pro golfers have one.
That's exactly my point.
Funny to imagine them arguing about what charity, like going to him and Jay Monahan.
Yeah, what if they cured? Really? What if they cured? Nothing.
Any other rules?
Let's see. Faces additional restrictions, limitations on tournament access and certain earning opportunities. For example, he will not be earning from the FedEx Cup. That's a giant player incentive program. They did say that even if he does qualify, makes it in the FedEx Cup, or even wins the FedEx Cup, he will not get that additional prize purse from the FedEx Cup. The other part of it is Brooks will not be able to participate automatically into the signature events. So regardless of where his OWGR ranking is, whatever, he does need to get some wins under his belt, get some FedEx Cup points, and to find his way into signature events, but it's not like an automatic add. So unless he does well right out of the gate, good chance we won't be seeing him at Pebble Beach or, some of these upcoming ones.
But so to make it in the top 70, I mean, if he wins one of the first few ones, he's definitely going to be in, right?
Are they going to allow him to use this year's points to get in, or are they going to keep it exclusively off of last year's points and the people who found their way in through the last FedEx Cup? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they let that play out.
All right. Explain that to me one more time because I lost you.
So, for example, last year, Jordan Spieth did not do well in leading up into the FedEx Cup, and he did not qualify for this year's signature events. Okay. He fell short of it. So that meaning, to me, in my understanding, was they made it sound like, well, he doesn't have a pathway in this year. That door closed.
Oh, so he can't score points this year and make it in?
That's where this whole points thing gets wild. All right, early prediction. Do we think Brooks ends up as part of TGL?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Brooks is coming back. Mark my word. He's going to be an alternate this year.
You think he'll sub in at some point?
He's going to sub in at some point. As
the Tony Finau role we saw last year.
Just like that last year. Yep. There's gonna be some team's going to have something, and they're going to need somebody, and Brooks is going to come back.
You're going to have a team that for some reason, because of tour schedules and prior engagements, is going to have a spot where they need a fill-in. And I think at some point Brooks could get that call. Like, hey, do you want to play, week 9 against the Bay or whatever?
It's so much fun when they have the guest guys come up. Like when Tony played last year, like that was just awesome. Like they should have one sub for like each team at some point throughout the year. It's just fun.
Though, and kind of in the midst of all of this tour news, LIV Golf, PGA Tour, and all that, I was just down in West Palm Beach at a LIV Golf media event. All of this Brooks Koepka news sort of broke while I was down there. And it was interesting because they were having all the teams out kind of to do stuff to prep for the year. And this is going to be sort of the media package they use for the rest of the year. And then they invited down a handful of media folks to come down and also do some coverage and do the whole thing. It was a very interesting experience to be in the midst of a LIV Golf hosted event while all of this news breaks with Brooks Koepka going back to PGA Tour, these new rules being announced, the players that are actively playing on LIV to be included and sort of named within that, and sort of all of this instant uncertainty to arise while I'm literally on site. It was just a very odd experience.
So you've been to lots of LIV events.
Yeah.
Day one, how does that compare to all your other LIV events?
Standard. It was the only difference was it was the first time I was around all of the players and none of them were there to play golf. There was something very interesting about I'm hanging out. It's just we're in between groups, chilling, talking with a couple other media guys, and all of a sudden they're like, fireballs are here, and Sergio Garcia is walking up right now. Hey, this is Dan Evans. I'm like, Sergio Garcia just walked up, and I'm trying to turn my camera on and fire my mics up and do the whole thing and not act, like trying not to have a panic attack, But in between day one and day two, that was, Monday and Tuesday this week, Monday evening, Monday night, all of this Brooks Koepka PGA Tour news broke. It was interesting because day two just had a different vibe because it left all of this uncertainty. Because you would imagine you have all these players showing up to do day two of their media thing, and everybody's wondering, like, wow, there's a very specific set of rules that were just created for some of the top guys in our tour that have a pathway to just walk right out the door. And us, media, players, everybody, they have no control over what John Rahm decides to do, what Bryson DeChambeau decides to do, what Cam Smith decides to do. And meanwhile, these guys walk up and I'm like, I ask them just these questions. I felt so stupid. I felt like an idiot at this point because this breaking news everywhere. And I'm like riding out this idea that I had written. And I'm like, what's your Starbucks order? Or like something dumb. And at the same time, it was a cool kind of like break moment where these guys got to be like, oh, cool. Like, we're here to have some fun. We're laughing.
Let my guard down a little.
Yeah, like almost like a breath of fresh air for them in all this chaos. But at the same time, I was like, man, talk about not doing hard-hitting news right now. As I was walking in, I want to get there early, get a good spot. I passed Phil in the hall.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've been around all these guys a ton. I've talked to almost all these guys. And after this week, all of these guys, many times. I mean, a ton of it. I don't know why I'll never get used to seeing Phil Mickelson in the wild. I've talked to Tiger Woods. For some reason, it's different. Like it's Phil Mickelson. I don't know why.
Phil Mickelson in the wild affects you more than Tiger Woods in the wild?
It's more just like I can't look away.
Oh, fair.
Like I almost like what I would love to do is be like, stay right there. Let me just get a load of this.
Look at you.
Yeah.
No, he's a good stand from afar and just like observe kind of guy.
It's purely positive. I'm not saying this at all like negatively. I'm just saying like you kind of drinking it up. It's like here's what I will tell you though. Like truthfully, genuinely honest, with all of the media swirling around, all this stuff going on, everybody there. Okay, I gotta set one name aside. I'm going to set Bryson DeChambeau's name aside. So when I say everybody, know that name is set aside, was very happy and positive.
Yeah.
There wasn't this like doom and gloom attitude, like what's going on? Like these guys are still all in. You know what I mean? It's not like Brooks Koepka went back. I don't know. The world is now uncertain. Bryson, however, had a different vibe. Everybody just had this very, very positive. They were talking. Bryson just had a different energy than I'm used to. Even though he gave a clear answer that he's staying, you know what I mean? He's got another year in his contract with LIV. He's excited about what's going to happen. His aura was a different color, if you know what I mean.
Well, he even stopped and did the whole salty balls with you where you did the Epsom salts in the balls and show how it works and everything like that.
Yeah.
So like you've had like one-on-one, like where he sees you, he's like, hey, Dan, what's going on?
100%.
Like he stops and asks what's up and what's going on.
Like even at the Masters, he's like, what's up, trouble?
Right.
I'm like, oh my God. Like, we're the Masters. Like,
Trouble.
like you and your buddies are joking around. You're like, not here. We're going to get in trouble. Come on.
Person.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, he's in the final group going into Sunday at the Masters. He's like, what's up, trouble? Okay. I was trying to quantify this the other day, and I was saying, in terms of current golfers that are actively playing professional golf, is he the most famous / most relevant current golfer right now? Pop culturally, like in terms of the broader view of all of society. I'm not saying diehard golf fans. Scotty's number one in the world. That's undeniable. Rory McIlroy. I mean, sort of like the boy wonder, as they call it. But I'm talking about like for just massive, massive, broad appeal. In my opinion, I think Bryson is the number one in terms of big pop culture appeal right now.
Excluding Tiger and John Daly?
I said current players.
Okay, so
that's kind of the caveat too.
But John Daly's technically a current player, right?
And
you don't not excluding
Tiger's
him.
also a current player. He's just on an injury. Like he's playing this year.
Yeah, but he's not current. He's almost like he's only there once in a while. Like I call it like part-timing.
The point is he's definitely, his name is absolutely huge. We're splitting straws on whether it's him or Tiger, or does Tiger include in your thing?
And I was trying to clarify that I'm not saying he's bigger than Tiger Woods.
Correct.
I want, for the record, I'm by no means saying that. I'm trying to say like current active in the mix players who are in contention in the majors, who are at the top of their game, cultural relevance right now. To me, I feel like in that category, he would have to be number one.
And I mean, if you take all those caveats away, it's Tiger, John Daly, and Bryson. Like who else? And I mean, Phil's there too. I mean, so
those four.
Like,
and here's what I think. I think John Daly is a living, breathing legend.
Right.
I feel like
he's 4 on that group.
Bryson DeChambeau, in terms of culturally relevant right now,
is bigger.
In terms of that. Again, I'm not looking at legacy and Arnold Palmer's name, people beyond golf understand that. I'm not.
I would even say currently right now, he's bigger than Phil.
Yeah.
I think so too. Current relevance.
I think so too.
I don't know that I'm going to give you Tiger though. I think Tiger tries to be private, and it's just like he just has to open his front door and like, whoa,
100%.
everybody's like, it's Tiger.
100%.
Right? Like,
look at it this way: if Tiger went and made a YouTube channel right now, that would be the biggest
blow up
thing.
YouTube.
It would blow up YouTube, just pretty much exactly like what Bryson did.
Here's a question though: could Tiger Woods sustain a multi-year, multifaceted YouTube channel that is highly engaging over several hundred videos?
I don't think so.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of effort.
He's got to stay
That's a lot of
healthy.
effort.
Even meaning like the charisma it takes and the willingness for creativity and these collabs and everything Bryson DeChambeau is doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think you're right. Like episode 1, Tiger Woods would be one of the most viewed golf videos of all time. I'm curious what episode 200 looks like, in that either way.
I think we have a better chance of seeing a Tiger Woods podcast dropping than we do of him dropping a full on I feel like he's closer to getting in the podcast territory than doing a Bryson.
Yeah, Tiger's not doing a break 50.
Yeah, no chance. And
I could see him being in an episode.
Like he's no reason for him to do it.
By the way,
being a guest on an episode.
Tiger did just break 50, if you know what I mean.
He did.
Yeah,
it's true. We did a whole episode last week about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just Bryson had a different vibe. And for me, all I can speculate, because it's my favorite thing to do,
We're good at it at this show,
is
good.
Everything he does is on purpose.
I saw his Instagram story. It's him standing next to an exit sign, shrugging his shoulders.
You're forgetting the caption.
Go on.
The caption saying, what should I do?
Yes.
And can we also kind of look at the timeline here? It was posted about 2 hours before he sat in this press conference.
It's a viral trend, guys. It's a viral trend.
So this
Everyone
viral,
knows.
Have you
this
seen it,
viral
guys?
trend
Of
I have
course.
not seen yet.
I've never seen it
live
either.
on social media way too much, and I have not seen that yet. But that's what you heard his response, because somebody asked
Somebody
that question,
asked him
right?
about it. They said, yeah, Bryson, this Instagram story has been floating around. Yeah, anything you want to comment on that? And he gave a very similar brief, sort of not monotone, but just not highly expressive like he generally is. And he said, it's a viral trend. It's been going around. It's everywhere. I was just doing a viral trend. You guys want to know a little inside baseball? Bryson walked out first and led this group. Phil
And then
Mickelson.
sat in the middle.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
No.
Inside baseball. Bryson walks all the way to the end seat and grabs the mic. And Phil goes, Bryson, why don't you sit in the middle? And he goes, turns to Phil. Again, you only know this if you're in the room.
Yeah.
He turns to Phil. He goes, sit in the middle. He goes, yeah. Grab the middle spot. And he's like, okay. And went 2 spots over and sat there because Phil suggested. I'm not saying he told him to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I thought that was interesting.
Is he in deep negotiations right now?
I think we already know he is, for the fact that he said, I don't know if I'm going to have my extension done by the first tournament because there are some things I want in there that we got to work through. So I'm playing this year, I'm playing this season, but I do not have an extension in place yet because there is a lot of stuff we got to work through. So we do know, generally speaking, that there is a negotiation currently underway.
You got to think Bryson's about to get paid more than he got paid to go.
I would say he's in prime position in a negotiation situation.
What did Tiger get offered to join LIV immediately? Wasn't it 800K or 800 million?
Some of the speculation said as much as $1 billion.
Bryson qualified for the Ryder's Cup by playing majors only.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane golf. That you only play majors and you qualify for the Ryder Cup because they didn't want him on the Ryder Cup.
Auto qualify, right. He was in the guarantee, not
Yes.
even the captain's pick category.
Correct. Because it would have been, had he slipped, had he been 8 or 9 in the points, which only playing majors, there's a large chance he doesn't get picked because it's so blackballed by the PGA.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope, I'm that good.
Yep.
Being good at golf. I mean, like Anthony Kim said, win majors.
Let's go to that quote. I love this. Anthony Kim chimed in. By the way, I want to get into this. Anthony Kim, just a hell of a week. What a cool moment. So we will talk about that here shortly. But tweet from Anthony Kim. This came out, was it yesterday afternoon, right when all of this is swirling. It says, a lot of people talking about B Koepka situation. Pretty simple poop emoji. Win a bunch of majors, make a bunch of cash, and you get to do what you want. End of story. If you don't like it, win a bunch of majors. I don't know emoji. And then his classic sign off, 1% better.
He's not wrong.
He is not wrong.
But he is a little wrong.
Because Phil won a
Because
major.
Phil won 5 years ago, has a career grand slam, and they're like, no, we don't want you, Phil, though. Everybody but Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very important number, 4 years.
Yes.
But you're excluded from the player equity program for 5 years.
years.
That's a natural
I
number.
didn't know you had to go through a high school program.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
4 years.
I think they're setting up because they don't want Phil to play on the seniors tour.
I think so too. Totally think so. They asked Phil, they said to him in the press conference, they're like, did you take that personal, the whole thing? We saw that you retweeted it with a few emojis. And the funny thing was, Phil's answer, he was essentially like, listen, he's like, I don't care. He goes, I love playing on LIV. I love the team aspect. I love playing with these younger guys. Like, I'm 54 years old. He's like, I played well last year. He's like, but I'm not at my prime. He goes, so to get to be in this position where I'm a part of bringing up that next generation and instilling in these guys, anything that I can and what I've learned. And he even brought up, he said, Caleb Surratt, who came on right out of college. He's playing for Legion and John Rahm's team. he quoted that Caleb said, he goes, listen, he goes, in the 2 years I've been playing here on LIV, I've learned more than I would have in 10 years out there on my own, just trying to find my way and figure this thing out. But to get to be with John Rahm and Terrell Hatton, he goes, what these guys have shown me and taught me, he goes, I am so much farther ahead. He goes, and I want to be that for these other players. He goes, so I have no interest in going back. I don't care that they excluded me. And then the reporter followed up with something like, well, you responded with just a few emojis. Do you want to expound on those emojis? And John Rahm jumps in. He goes, wait. He goes, I didn't see the tweet. What emojis did he use? and they kind of, everybody turned to Phil and he's like, oh, I don't remember. I just pressed some. I don't even know. Whatever.
Typical Phil answer.
Yeah.
Not a shot in the world he doesn't remember exactly what emojis he used.
And I love John Rahm. I was like, wait, he's like, this got to be good. And
right?
You know, who knows what Phil's tweeting.
Yeah, because usually it's the other guys at the press conference are like protective of their teammates. Like they don't want reporters asking questions.
Yeah.
He's like joining in with the reporter. Like, hey, I want to know too, actually. What do you mean about
That's
that?
John Rahm, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen John Rahm with Bob Does Sports and
He's
everyone.
hilarious.
And he's a lot more funnier than what people think.
I love when Rahm went and set Phil's thing to meters and got him back. Like that was awesome. So
Here's what I'll also tell you. Speaking of John Rahm, is when I did have my moment to ask John Rahm some questions, dude was like, and again, it was on the Monday. It was on the first day. He was in a great mood.
Yeah.
Just like a great mood. One of the questions I asked him, I was curious. These guys play internationally. I was like, what part of the world is the best golf? And first of all, I'm going to throw this out there to you guys. And sure, good. We'll spoil what the video's going to be anyway, but who cares? Everything's for the show. What part of the world do you think got 70% of the answer to this question? What part of the world has the best golf? 70% of the people I asked said this particular area.
Are we talking like continent, country,
Yeah.
Japan, that's my guess.
Okay.
Scotland.
Okay.
Mexico?
Australia.
Fair. That was actually my second choice.
Oh, yeah.
That was my second.
About
I know.
70%.
It really was. I was back and forth between Japan and Australia.
Australia.
That's cool.
And here's what's also
Down
interesting.
under.
For those, it was
Another
only
shrimp on the barbie.
it was only non-Americans who said America. They said the variety here, the fact you can go to Scottsdale and play desert golf, and you can head up to the Northwest, and you're up in Oregon and Bandon Dunes, and then you can be down here in Florida. They said so the variety, what America provides overall. And then I would say so number one was Australia. Number two was like the Ireland, Scotland, links golf, and then number three was the U.S. But I don't know. If you would have asked me before I went into that, I wouldn't have guessed Australia. The follow-up question I asked them all, then what part of the world has the best food? The predominant answer was somewhere in Asia. Whether they said, Hong Kong, whatever, Korea, like wherever like that.
Japan.
Yeah, it was predominantly an Asian choice. And then day two, for some reason, what's the new team they just rebranded for
Korea.
South Africa?
Southern Guard.
Southern Guard.
Hold on, I gotta hear.
South Africa has the best golf and the best food.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
South Africa's try hard way too much. They're always just like the best about everything.
Yeah. And then Sergio Garcia's team, Fireballs.
Fireballs.
They're all from Spain.
Yeah.
All of them. Spain has the best food, hands down, guaranteed. It was funny when I asked John Rahm, where's the best golf in the world? Where's the best food? He goes, oh, it's Spain, hands down. And he points at the camera. He was like,
I love it. That's great.
I was like, John Rahm's in a good mood. I like this. He's having fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
The question is, with all of this 3D chess that Bryson's playing, what number do you think is his number to get him to stay?
$5.
I think 500.
500 million?
500.
I think it's more. Because I think, first off, it's definitely going to cost more to keep him than it was to get him originally. Because now he's a tent pole of your organization. If you lose him, you have to start scrambling and building up other people instead of just grabbing new people. So I think it's closer to that Tiger number. I think we're looking at like 800 million to keep him. And he's taking that, obviously.
One of the interesting things that was rumored was that part of Bryson's contract negotiation is he wants influence on tour decisions. He wants to be a part of where this thing is going, which I find
tour.
Yes.
Okay.
I find that interesting that it's not just a dollar amount, that if I take the dollar amount, I want to be a part of the vision and where this thing goes.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, may not be just because the dollar amount wasn't right. It could be about some of these other things that are very important to him.
The tough part is looking at LIV.
I want to touch on that. Somebody asked Rahm in the press conference.
Yeah.
They said, Rahm, did you know anything about this? Have you heard, what was there news leaked? Was this a total shock to you?
About the rules?
The rules.
Yeah.
And he said, I've heard rumors for a little while that this is how it was going to go. And he goes, and some of those rumors are as much as a year ago. So were these rules written in the middle of the night? All I know is it wasn't a giant shock to him, which means I feel like when he gives an answer, it's not like I haven't had time to think about it. It's like I've kind of known that this has been coming.
There's so much information going on. It's
I
just
know.
like, it adds and it adds and it adds and it adds.
I know. And the thing about like being there and being in the room and just picking up on nuances and vibe and tone, it's like no matter how much you scroll Instagram, it's different watching Bryson walk in the room, this interaction between him and Phil, grab the middle seat, just so many little things. It's paints a wildly, vastly different picture than just scrolling the feeds. I think at the end of the day, Phil Mickelson knows how to read the room and gets what's going on and realizes 90% of why we're in this room is to hear what you have to say about this. Why don't you sit in the middle? Like, no point to be over on the end.
Yeah.
And I mean, like we said, he definitely saw Bryson's post about the exit, and he's probably like, okay, you want to talk about it, so go sit in the middle, tell everybody. Like
$1 billion.
I wonder if it was a dig.
You think it's $1 billion?
Too.
$1 billion.
I wonder if that was a dig on him.
I didn't think so. It seemed friendly.
It seemed friendly.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
if anything, that's like an honoring him.
Well,
hey,
no.
sit in the middle for the
And
press
honestly,
conference.
what I felt like Bryson actually was a little taken back because he was like respectffully like, Phil, why would I bump you down?
Yeah.
And he was like, really? He goes, yeah, do it. He was like, okay. Like, I thought it was friendly.
$1 billion
Billion, huh?
with a B.
What is the impossible to say no answer number for Rory?
I think they probably offered Rory $1 billion when they were talking with Tiger at that 800 billion mark.
Yeah.
I think they talked to Rory and said, "Hey, he's not coming. You want to come?"
Man, call me greedy, but I'd take that in a heartbeat, man.
Well, obviously, any of us are.
You've
taking
never flown in a private jet.
Yeah.
Like the perspective is different. You know, like realistically, neither have I. I've never been in a private jet.
I think if he says no to $1 billion, that's on him. I mean, nobody's pride's worth that much. I'm sorry. $1 billion. You say no to stay on the PGA Tour so you can play in the Irish Open.
I do want to talk about Anthony Kim having this moment. I have just loved the Anthony Kim story since news broke that he's sort of coming back into the spotlight, and LIV Golf kind of brought him back out of obscurity and back into, I don't know, in front of the big crowds. And he spent his time on LIV Golf. I think it really has it been the last year? Was it all of last season? It was 2 seasons?
I think it was a season and a half.
Okay. And unfortunately, in order to get these world golf ranking points, they really had to get very tough on their relegation program. Anthony Kim did not have a great year at LIV last year, and he unfortunately fell below and was relegated, and he was out. He had no tour, no status anywhere, and he was just sort of a free agent to go out and play. He played a couple Asian Tour events, kind of popped around to get, keep the clubs moving. And then he shows up to the LIV Golf League promotions event, whatever. Essentially, it's their qualifier. It's their chance for anybody who wants to throw their hat in the ring and come in and play LIV Golf. Come on out. And just like any other qualifier, may the best player win, and you got yourself a spot on the tour. And Anthony Kim goes out there and just plays fantastic golf and earns his spot back on the tour.
He's like a cat, man. He's got 9 lives. You can't kill him.
Oh, dude. And you know what? You try to take all 9, you'll find out he's got 10.
Yep.
So there were sort of 2 press conferences for all the captains, 30 minutes. The press conference we've been discussing this whole time was the first half. I didn't get any questions in that. It kind of all went quick. whatever, that one was done. Second press conference rolls around. My question I threw out there was for Taylor Gooch. And I was just curious. I'm like, okay, all the changes. He's obviously now the new captain of Smash. Did he have any plans to sort of, I don't know, for team bonding, to build some new morale, to really rally this new team that you're in charge of? Any plans for that, or is that just something that takes time? And he gave a cool answer. He said, he was like, you know what? I've been in team sports my whole life, and I've been in many locker rooms. And so for me, team vibe and spirit is very important. He goes, so yeah, I've done some things and I have plans to do some more things. He's like, but most importantly, last night we did a team dinner and we popped a bottle of champagne at dinner. And really, for us, it was, what we believe is going to be sort of foreshadowing for this season, that we're going to be popping some more champagne bottles. And it was just a cool moment and got a lot of other stuff planned. And I was like, awesome. And just one more quick follow-up thing. And you guys up here pumped for Anthony Kim? And I just threw it out to the whole group, and unanimously, every single person on the stage was like, oh, it's so awesome. Like, I mean, cool. Nobody deserves it more. Like, it's the entire panel of team captains were just this moment of just like, oh yeah, like how cool is that? So it's fun that not only, us on this side, on the outside of the ropes, we're rooting for him, but also his sort of peers also are rooting for him in this whole thing. Thought it was a cool moment.
Great feel-good story in a week of a lot of very serious. Well,
very serious.
Serious. It's not life or death. We're talking about golf here at the end of the day.
Yeah, guys. Like which tour will you play on? It's like, hi, he's not going to the tour that I wanted him to tour on with golf.
They're only trying to give Bryson $600 million. Like,
how will he survive?
Right. And then we get a great comeback story of Anthony Kim his whole life. And then he, like you said, he gets off LIV this year and he earns his way right back in. So great feel-good story.
With his family in attendance too, whole family.
A big year for Melbourne, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Kim, Michael Block, Freddie Couples, they're developing one hell of a lineup. That's all I'm saying. Hey, speaking of big changes in apparel, did you guys see Tommy Fleetwood?
Tommy
was spotted out in the wild, not wearing Nike.
Crazy.
But it's been a decade, been like 10 years, I believe.
Still got the Nike kicks.
Yeah, he's probably got a closet full of them.
Probably.
Doesn't have any other shoes.
Well, I mean, you could always sign with the shoe deal.
Though there are no super visible logos, somebody identified this as Lululemon clothing. They also don't make a shoe. So, maybe he's like a free agent on the shoes. I don't know. But is the Tommy Fleetwood Nike era over?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's crazy is no announcement, no anything.
No, nothing.
Any camp. No Tommy, no Nike, no Lulu.
Here's the real question. Is he unsigned, and so he just stopped and grabbed some Lululemon? Because those pants look comfy, got some breathing room.
Right.
Yeah,
because those are definitely not Nike style.
No.
They look nice, though.
They look great. Yeah. He looks fantastic.
Yeah, come on.
Tommy.
Looks like he's ready to beat 29 other golfers.
Yep. Once they select the 29 top players to compete against, he will beat them too.
Yep. By those rules that they change every year. But,
gotta get it pretty dialed in so Tommy can beat the absolute strongest field of only PGA Tour players.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Did he beat Bryson?
Yeah, did he? I don't know.
Only at the Ryder
Phil?
Cup.
Yeah, no, come on.
Come on, what?
You're already switching up. Everybody's seen the Marrow interview by now. We already heard you talking about how great Europe was this whole Ryder Cup. So I feel like you're just switching up on
Yeah,
us
man, that was kind of messed up.
Oh, you didn't think they played well? Did you see it? Did you see that we were
interview? It was fair.
I plead the fifth.
Thank you, Rich.
It was fair. I didn't like it, but it was fair.
Yes,
I agree with that.
The questions were fair.
It's like
I hated hearing the questions that were fair, but
and our reactions to not liking that was fair.
Correct.
it's like being a Lions fan in the Chicago area.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah. What is that
team.
like?
Soon enough, Dan. Soon enough.
Hey, I know footballs.
Yeah, you do. You know balls.
Yeah. Jesus.
Right here.
Wow.
3 more wins. That's all we need is 3 more wins.
Did you guys hear about this little trip I went on last week?
No.
I'm doing a lot of trips.
Yeah.
Tripping out.
You know what they say, bitches
Well,
be tripping.
Well, I got a text Sunday night that we weren't doing the show Monday like we usually do.
Well, that was for this week's trip. And then I went to the same place last week. I was in West Palm
Nice.
2 weeks in a row.
Let's go.
Flying back and forth,
Great.
just nonstop.
The week before I was there.
It's kind of like our second home. It's
You guys should just get
home
an,
too.
get an apartment.
Okay.
We should.
I'm fine
All
with
right,
that.
fine.
Yep.
Josh, can we put it in your name? I got some credit issues. No, I'm kidding.
No, man.
Here. Yeah, so I was invited down by the gang over at Genesis, the Genesis car company. As you guys know, they are the one of the title sponsors of TGL. They're like the vehicle sponsor. If you've ever been to the SoFi Center, they got like cars parked inside, cars parked outside. But what they also have, and they're the only ones with a first level, sort of first floor at field eye view, if you will, suite. And it is directly next to the owner's suites for both of the teams. And they're like, hey, you want to come down? You can hang out. You can check out the Genesis suite, watch some TGL. I'm like, listen, I've seen a ton of TGL, but I've never been in like in a Genesis suite. I'm always, with all the reporters and their nerdy notepads.
Right.
Shout out Bob Harry. We love you.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I got like, drinks over there. I got some food to eat, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally going to do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, here's the cool thing. If you come down, we'll make sure you're taken care of. You know what I mean? Have a car pick you up at the airport. I'm like, okay.
Gotta love that.
Sounds kind of nice. And they're like, if you need a place to stay, we're happy to help you out with that. I was like, well, cool. Because usually I'm at like the La Quinta by I-95. I don't know if you guys got anything else going on.
That's Spanish for next to Denny's.
It sure is. And I got to tell you, it might have been one of the coolest trips I've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Here's why. And I didn't know this. As I got to know the folks at Genesis, which I didn't before, they have a motto for their car company. And what their idea is to treat everybody with like this level of hospitality. I'm like, okay, cool. Like what, VIPs? They're like, no. Everybody. Like customers and everything. And I was like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And I was sitting with one of the guys. I was like, I don't know what you mean. How do you do that? Like you make the seats extra comfortable and that's like hospitable. And he was like, no. Like we literally like design our dealerships around the idea of hospitality. And he said, it's a big part of like the Korean culture. And it's a Korean car company. It's part of like the Hyundai Motor Group or whatever. I don't know.
Got one.
I'm not being paid to say anything. So I'm sharing my experience because I thought it was very cool. And he said, that's what you do. Should have you should
Nice
get the
little
invite.
mantra.
Look at you go. Get a little plug in. I like it. I'm telling you what, they made me feel like I was actually important for like an entire half of a week.
Nice.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It did. It was cool. But, I mean, like car at the airport, guy holding up your name.
No way.
Have you ever had that?
That's
Nope.
nice.
I've seen it. The guy in the suit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
I've
down
always
by
wanted to
baggage
say
claim.
that's
It's just
my
a
name.
parent trap.
Yeah,
That's the last time I've seen something like that.
you know what? It was so nice and kind and like well set up that I was waiting for like the prank.
I did it once in Vegas. We were going to Vegas. We scheduled a car, and the guy was standing there with the name. That was pretty cool.
There's something about it. It's special. I know.
Hit him with a wink or something.
Well,
Finger guns.
nowadays the person's got the iPad.
Yeah.
It's like and they hold it like this.
Did he pick you up in a Genesis?
Oh yeah. No. Well, here's the thing. The guy who met me wasn't even the driver of the car. When I got to him, he radios the guy so that way he could pull up like right then.
Shut up.
Like we didn't have to go to like, short-term parking
No.
and like lug our stuff across the thing. He was just like, I was like, hi, I'm Dan, the name you
That's
have on your
me.
sign. He was like, okay, great. Hang on one second. The eagle has landed. He's here, whatever. All of a sudden comes flying up out of nowhere.
I love it. Anytime you do a walkie-talkie, you always have to say first before you say anything.
Over.
Right?
I've seen movies.
Yes.
Over.
Genesis comes flying up. This dude's like, it's like they're like throwing my stuff in the car, like doing the whole thing.
Gently.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, again, very
Most
hospitable.
respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we hop in, we're rolling. And I was just
Where'd you stay?
I stayed at PGA National.
Nice. Did you get to play?
Yeah. They booked us at tea time.
Nice.
Yeah, well, okay.
How did that go?
Here's what I'll tell you. We get in, get me back to the hotel, check in, head up to my room. You know, somebody else met me in the lobby, like to hand me my room key. I didn't have to like go to the desk. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing where you're waiting in line with like 11 other people who like can't find their debit card or whatever. Now I walk right in, room key, whatever. I head straight up to my room. I opened the door and there was like a gift basket. Like already, like right there. Like, okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You know, there's two kinds of snacks.
Yeah.
There's like 7-Eleven snacks.
Yep.
And then
Taquitos.
And then there's like fancy snacks.
Yes.
That come in like a glass jar.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You know, like the ones that normally would be like at the mini bar of the hotel that you don't touch because they're like $14. It was all that, the whole thing. Like a note, like a handwritten note with my name on it, just welcoming me and the whole thing. And I was great. And they're like, hey, you got a few hours, do your own thing. You can cruise around, check out the property, do whatever you want. Tonight, we're heading over to PopStroke, which is like the Top Golf of putting. It's actually Tiger Woods' company, you know, whatever, separately. We all go play this whole thing. We go, you know, time to go. There's Genesis like lined up. We go outside, you just pick.
So good.
And each one was a different model because they wanted us to like
Try 'em.
what different ones were like.
Which one did you pick?
I tried to pick a different one every time until I tried this one, and then I had to stick with that one.
Which one was it?
The stretched out long car, like the sedan of sedans. Let me tell you about this thing. Okay?
Talk to me.
You sit down in this thing. The back seats in a car recline.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, I know.
Well, because it's more comfortable to get a massage from the seat when you're reclined.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
There's massagers in the seat.
In the back seats. All right. Oh, sun's getting in your eyes. There's like press buttons for all the shades of every window you can control.
Was it the GV80?
Maybe. I'm so bad at this. I have pictures of it. So it's the one in this picture here.
I'll throw it.
Actually, really reasonably priced.
I'm blown away by that.
This is insane.
I know. I'm actually completely blown away by that. The G90 long wheelbase. Was it that one? Because it was huge. It was huge.
How big?
Huge.
Yeah.
There's like a touchscreen panel here for like controlling your environment, like in the back seat. Like you've got like the middle armrest, and then there's just like a screen for like controlling. Like I could change the radio. I could change the climate of the front. Like if I don't like the way that they got the air blowing, I'm
You
fixing
can
that
just
back.
backseat drive that thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see the G90.
Messing
here.
up their
Oh,
air in the
my
front for no
goodness.
reason.
That's what it was. It was the G90.
This looks like it should be, rather than a town car, you should be like getting picked up in this.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, there's a button that opens and closes your door. You're like, I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? Whammo.
Yeah, we need 5 of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go to PopStroke, do the whole thing, come back again. Each time I'm like picking a different one, riding in it. Like some were like the super sporty models, and they got like a nice like rumble to them. Some of them are like super like luxury, like where you're kind of floating down the road.
How many, so these were how many people there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 people?
In this photo was various media people as well as some of the Genesis folks are in this photo. You know why I'm in the middle holding up a 1?
Why is that?
I was the only one to make a hole in 1.
Nice.
That's how we do it.
Let's go.
As somebody, and here's what's really great. They even brought like Genesis golf balls for us to use. They were Pro V1s with, you know, the thing on it. But one of the guys was like, hey, you should send it in the Titleist and get your hole in 1 plaque. And you'd be like, West Palm PopStroke, hole 8, Black Horse.
That would be great.
That would be funny. Like, I bet you, knowing that it's like, if you say it was through a Genesis event and whatnot, they might do something.
Or
What color was your
you submit it dead serious. You don't tell them it's a part of an event. You're just like, yeah, I fill out the form and there's a whole course.
That
Whatever.
too. That too.
What color was it?
What color was what?
The G90.
Was it like a creamy white, maybe? Yeah.
I like
is
to,
it like almost a pearl or something.
Yeah.
because we weren't there, obviously, and you just came back and told us you were the only one to get a hole in 1. In my head, I'm imagining like looking at the whole course, and nobody's like really trying, but you're trying so hard.
Oh, I'm out
You're
there
like,
doing
I was
like-
the only one who got one.
I'm doing like aim point for no reason, you know. Next morning we played PGA National, the Palmer course.
Yeah.
What time?
It was a 8:35 a.m. tee time, which was
bad.
important because we needed time to have lunch and shower and get to TGL that night. beast.
Look at those calves.
Oh yeah, just dialed.
That's
Here, go back one. That putt right there.
go on.
I almost made it. That was pretty close.
You could have lied and said you made it.
Yeah.
Honest integrity here at the Dan Evans
You
Show.
missed it. You missed it to the right
Yeah, looks like it.
because the way the undulation, it looks when at this angle, it looks like it's just gonna go to the right.
I think it was left.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because the
Probably
water
the-
was down. Everything was sloping left.
Yep.
You know, down yonder.
It looks like it's going to the left.
Yeah, it does now that I said that.
It looks like it's going in though.
It's,
but-
oh, dude, I thought it was. It was so close. Anyway, get to the golf.
How was the
cart.
course?
Pure, just pure.
Looks like it.
Oh yeah.
Nicest course you've ever played? Close to it?
I would say it's right in the bundle of them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's got the whole thing. I mean, listen, when the golf balls are already on the driving range, you know you're at a good place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you got to put tokens in the machine and it like dispenses them and a few spill out.
How does it compare to JT's?
Well, JT's is a little different. Panther National.
Yeah.
That's for a little more of an elevated clientele, if you will.
I gotcha. So it was a little nicer.
You know, either way. Here's what I'll say. Like talk about like a nice little touch.
Yeah.
We get to our golf carts. Again, another handwritten card with my name on it, like on the seat. And then in one of the things, I forgot I even did this. They're like, what's your favorite TGL team? What's your handicap? And all this stuff so they could pair you up with like the right people in set groups.
Yeah. Who's your favorite TGL team?
Well, here's the thing. Because I don't like, I more thought of it in a way. I was like, which team do I not have as much swag for? Because I had thought potentially, I was like, we're going to, then maybe they're going to give us like a hat or something. Oh, no. There's sleeves, multiple sleeves of Pro V1s with, I picked the New York Golf Club with like NYGC logos on sleeves of Pro V1s. But for every person, they had the team that they picked and it was all in the cart. So mine was all set up for this and my name and the handwritten thing. Like Genesis tees loaded in there.
Oh, yeah.
Then they had custom printed scorecards with my name already on it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, I don't even know who's got
That's
time
a nice
to do all
little
this.
touch and a nice little bonus there.
It was like touch after touch. You know, like I said, I almost felt like I was in the wrong spot.
How'd
like
you shoot?
I would say for being in the heart of the Midwest winter.
Fair.
So I went out there not at all expecting to play like my summer prime.
Right.
I would say I did just as expected. Wasn't great. Wasn't like a show off round. I was happy that I didn't have, all you guys following me around and filming for the day like we did with Dustin Johnson.
You played really well that day, though. You played really well
Yeah,
that
you
day.
did. Yeah, you did.
This day wasn't that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
So
winter
out of
golf.
the sleeves and sleeves of golf balls, how many sleeves did you have left at the end of the day?
Okay. All right. There was a guy there doing this photography work.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. He golfed. There was a couple times where he's like, "Hey, can I hit one?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like handing him my driver. He's out there doing photos and then like sets his camera down and pipes one.
Yeah.
And
Did he hit
so
it good?
we get to dude swung hard. Oh my god, just
Wiped it.
pounding it. There was a hole. I'm like a hard dog leg right with water here and water on the other side. So I'm just gonna like hit a nice, decently long iron out, play it, par 5. He was like, "You're not going for it." I was like, "Well, I don't know the course. Like, I don't know how much room I have there. Like, I don't know what angle, how much to bite off." He was
You
like,
didn't buy these balls?
"Yeah." He was like, "Oh, yeah, dude, just go for it." And I was like, "All right." I lost 2 balls total. That was one of them.
And you normally don't lose balls.
No. So a course I've never played before. I lost 1 on my own and then 1 because I'm not going to be like, no, I will not go for it on this score that doesn't matter on a casual round that I didn't pay for. But here's the thing. I hit it too good. And I'm just saying, I didn't bite off enough. Like I didn't take enough corner off. So I just blew right through the fairway
Into the far water.
and went into the far water. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It's too good.
Yeah, hey, you live and you learn.
So that night we ended up jumping into a bunch more Genesis cars and heading over to TGL. Here's what I'll tell you. that was pretty friggin' cool. Being like, okay, you know,
That close.
we've been there with media, done the whole thing, and there's kind of a cool media section we always sit in. This time we were in like the VIP section, like right on the grass, right on the edge. I have a little video I posted on my Instagram. Billy Horschel, as we know, our favorite.
Good old Billy.
He was like standing right next to us, throwing signed golf balls to like the kids, doing the whole thing.
Speaking of Billy throwing the balls, when we were there, when Monica and I were there the week before you
Yeah.
were there, it was absolutely awesome. Billy was one of the only guys that did it, and he like the game-winning putt, the match-winning putt that he had.
Yeah.
He takes it out, signs it, and threw it into the crowd. Like, he's a great guy.
He's a man of the people.
He is.
He is. You can't deny it, and nor will I try. Oh, dude, the food.
Go on.
Get out of here, dude.
Fire.
Oh yeah, like they had like finger bite sized Philly cheesesteaks. I don't know if you ever had one of those, but man, is that the perfect size to eat 11 of them.
was the food in this upfront area here?
Yeah, well, like this suite kind of like from there, if you turned and went backwards, I think I got a picture. It's showing right now.
Yeah.
Once you turned around from that spot, you could go, there was like a bar and
It's like a box,
food
right?
and yeah, like a full box setup, the whole thing. Oh, it was cool. It was pretty fun, pretty nice.
Shout out to Genesis. That's so sick.
Dude, it was so fun. It was so cool.
And it was so great for me to be able to live through it while you telling the
Yeah.
story. Like I almost feel like I was there.
It's almost like you were treated with the utmost level of honor and
Right.
hospitality from Genesis. And then fun thing, we had to go back the next morning and then like play
Fix the
around
bear's
on the course and do the whole thing.
Oh, back at TGL?
Yeah, that's kind of a funny photo. I brought my 360 camera.
Yeah.
So
love
what I
that
wanted
shirt,
to
by the
do was take a 360 photo so you could like look in every direction and explore what this looks like to sit like in the ESPN announcer seat.
That's cool.
So that's why I was looking very awkward.
Oh, we got to walk the tunnel?
Oh, we did the tunnel walk.
Oh, you're
the
dialed
lights?
in. Dan is dialed in
Yeah,
right there.
And here's what's funny. They were like, yeah, if you guys want, we're going to head out there in the field. You can hit some balls. If you guys want to go back and film content or do your own like tunnel walkouts or anything. So all I did was golf. I didn't go back and do any of that. I was just like, yeah, well, can I hit another one? Like, who's next? Like, my turn.
I think if I went there, I would be doing the walkouts. Like, be like, imagine I'm in like the WWE or something.
I
Just
definitely-
walking out.
Or you could even imagine like you're in TGL.
That's
You know, because there's a lot of that going on. Yeah. It was fun.
That's fun. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that form.
Yeah.
I feel like I wish I always had a photographer following me around.
Right.
no divot.
No, I left a completely clean patch there on the AstroTurf.
Oh, is that turf?
Waiting for that.
Yeah.
Oh, they put turf down for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Their agronomist wasn't growing a square piece of grass. for
What's
us.
actually really cool is because those whole sections come in and out, right? And they have like tons of sections in the back,
Oh yeah.
like tons of them.
It's funny to imagine you going up there and just on the real grass, just chunking one
Oh,
my
fat
God.
ass divot into the
Or
screen.
like, you know, people who chunk them on their practice swings too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, how many, like, did you pick a couple different holes? Did you get to play the Stinger? Did you play any of the?
No, I wanted to so bad do the cenote as well as the Stinger hole. Like I wanted to do those. But I didn't get a chance to. Next time.
Cenote, that's the new one. Is that
The funnel.
Yeah, with the huge
Yeah, where
backboard
you hit it in the
and then
back
it
and
comes
it-
down. Yeah.
The out of the golfers that were there and people hitting it to the screen, how many of them missed making it to the screen?
Everybody did good. And I think potentially the group that was selected all like played some amount of golf. So there were no catastrophes. They did also have us at the forward tee box,
Fair.
makes sense?
you know,
Yeah.
kind of mitigate risk, if you will.
Yep. Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
I saw yesterday or last night a clip from TGL. It was CC Sabathia and Eli Manning, and they were talking about if Eli was like, "You ever hit in this?" Because he goes, "I haven't," and CC goes, "Yeah, I was in here last night hitting." He goes, "Man, I want to, but like I look back and it's like that's far."
Yeah. What a fun trip.
Yeah.
That's
Super
awesome.
cool. The funny thing was one of my golf buddies was, hitting some balls and whatever. And he's like, "Hey, what are you going this week? You traveling, going anywhere?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm actually headed down to TGL." And I was invited down from the folks from Genesis to like hang out in their suite and do some stuff. He was like, Genesis, like the car company. I'm like, yeah. He goes, yo. He was like, dude, have you seen their SUVs? What I'm like, I've never been in one. I'm like, I'm aware of them. I've never experienced them. He's like, no, dude, for real. He goes, I want to buy one for my wife so I can drive it.
That's
He's like,
awesome.
The great thing is, she'll think I bought it for her. He goes, but actually, I'm buying it for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. He wasn't wrong.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, guys, that's it. That's all we got. We'll catch you next week right here on the Dan Evans Show, brought to you by the one and only Sports Illustrated.
85 days of the Masters.